Hello and welcome to one more English lesson. Of course, we're going to work on science and just follow me, because we're going to move on, on our next topic, which is I'm going to give you the name right now. Mixing materials and solutions. Solutions. Do you remember what is that? Maybe no, maybe you have never seen that word, right? So I don't know why I'm asking you if you remember that. But anyway, let's go on to the topic, okay? So today, as I always do, I'm gonna go over the lesson mostly in English. Only when it's really necessary, I'm gonna work a little bit on using Portuguese, but that's it. So just follow me and let it go. And we have here, the material for today, and then just follow this on your book, all right? Page 57, and let's go on. So we have this mixing materials and solutions. Solutions. So what is that? Okay, I'm gonna read a definition for you about solution, and then I'm gonna give you a Portuguese explanation. So just pay attention. In English, a solution is a mixture where one of the substances dissolves in the other. The substance that dissolves is called the solute. So the substance that does not dissolve is called the solvent. An example of a solution is salt water, right? So, okay, so when we have a solution, quando nós estamos, a gente chama de uma solução aqui no caso, né? Ok? Não solução no sentido de solucionar problema, mas é uma mistura, ok? Então, solution here, nesse caso, nesse contexto que nós estamos vendo, é uma mistura, quando você mistura um produto com o outro e um se dissolve dentro dele, né? Ele deu exemplo aqui quando a gente coloca água, né, coloca sal na água, então o sal se dissolve, né? Ele mistura-se com a água. Isso é uma solution, right? So, let's move on. Let's continue. And so follow me. Okay, we're gonna move on this part here. Go on. You can mix liquids and solids together. Bet that comes as a shock. Yeah, I mean, it's possible to mix liquids. É possível misturar líquidos e produtos ou materiais sólidos, ok? Quando ele fala bet that comes as a shock, ele fala assim, eu aposto que, né, isso veio como um choque para você, tipo, foi algo inesperado, right? Anyway, moving on. Dissolving a solid in water makes a solution. So when we dissolve something solid into the water, we call it makes a solution, okay? Ou uma mistura. Number one, some solids dissolve when you mix them with water. That's number one. Number two, you can tell they've dissolved when you can't see them anymore. So you can tell, I mean, you are sure that the mixture has happened when you cannot see one of the products that you have bought. Okay, so quando dos produtos meio que desaparece ali na mistura, você já sabe, opa, se misturou, right? And number three, the new liquid is called a solution. For example, so a gente chama esse novo líquido, essa transformação de dois produtos que agora se tornaram um, a gente chama isso em inglês de solution. So let's check some examples. Okay, so if we analyze here, we have one picture here with one example, right? Which is this one. So let's see. We can see, there is like this mug of tea, this cup of tea, it looks like. And we can see that there are some cubes, sugar cubes falling down into the tea. So the sentence that we have here is sugar dissolves in tea. The sugar and tea make a sweet solution. So when we say that it makes sweet in Portuguese we call it doce, okay? So the solution becomes sweet, so which means isso se torna doce, okay? And teacher, again, what is that? What means solution? Mistura, okay? So that's the first one. Next one. Okay, just before we go, actually, coming back, just for a new word, just to give you a new word. This product here, right? In Portuguese, we call it pires, is what we use under the cup, In English, we call it, let me put it here. This is English, okay? In English, we call it sauce. Okay, so the way that you pronounce that is sauce in English. And just so you know, just to, for us to, how can I say that, to satisfy our curiosity, okay? Anyway, let's go on. And next one, right? These tablets, which is this little thing here, right? Dissolve in water here. They're easier, we have a comparative here, to swallow that way. Okay, so let's get some words here. I'm gonna make some description here just to make it easy for you to understand. Okay, so let's go. Easier. Teacher, what is easier? Easier is a comparative. Okay, if something, here this word, it's a comparative. If something is easier, it means that it's more easy than the other one. For example, I have paper and, I don't know, sugar. Yeah, which one it's more easy to mix with water, to make the mixing, to make the solution, right? Of course, it's sugar. If you put sugar into the water and if you mix it quickly, very fast, it's gonna become one liquid. But if you put paper, it takes time, you know, it's not gonna dissolve right away. Não vai dissolver, né? Assim em seguida, right? So when in that case we say that sugar is easier than, é mais fácil. Então easier means mais fácil do que, ok? Por isso que ele tem esse erzinho no final aqui, comparative. Swallow, yeah, that's a, oh sorry, that's a good word, right? Swallow means quando você engole, ok? Oh, sorry, let me correct that. É o ato de engolir, okay? So if you swallow, you engole, okay? That way, dessa maneira. So that is the meaning. So that's why we have here, keep away from children, for sure, yeah? This is not safe, right? We have this information here, not safe for kids, so don't let kids near that, right? And we can see here, right? We have the mixing water and the tablets. So if you mix that, it's gonna be easier for you to drink it, for you to have it. All right. That's why, I mean, why we are looking at that, to understand how this solution, this mixing works. Okay. And we have this, the last one here, groovy, gravy, and granules. Yeah, granules, something like that. So let's see what is that. Okay, let's get that pronunciation, by the way. Okay, so listen to that word here, yeah, the blue one here, okay, this one, which is also this one here. As you can see, I'm making the circle, right? Pronunciation in British English goes like that. Gravy. Gravy. Okay, so what is gravy? Gravy is a kind of a sauce, right? Not the sauce that we have seen above, not this sauce here, okay, not this one. It's the same spelling, but it's a different one, okay? Sauce, in that case here, right, in this specific case, em português, a gente chama de molho, né? Um tipo de molho, algum tipo de tempero, right? So, gravy, okay, so let's listen to this word too, okay? So, for us, we can get the pronunciation. Listen to that. Granule. Granules, right? Gravy granules. So, esse tipo de tempero em grãos, pequenos grãos. That's why we can see, yeah, if I get closer, I think it's possible to see here, right? Can you see that? So that's why, granules, okay? So let's continue, okay? So gravy granules dissolve in water. The gravy you get is a solution. So that's why we put it, yeah, we mix that with the water. Normally we use it when we are cooking, right? So we mix the spices and the gravy granules, right? Ou seja, os temperos. And then of course it get the taste, right? So that is the meaning, right? That is the meaning. Teacher, check it out. Teacher, I mean students, right? We have groovy here. Take a look on that, groovy. So I'm gonna give a homework for you guys. What is that? Groovy. So please search, search the meaning of this word for me, groovy, ok? O teacher ensinou gravy, mas não groovy. Procura ela pro teacher, ok? Isso aqui é homework, ok? Tarefa, right? As we say in Portuguese. Okay, so this is for you guys to do, okay? What is the meaning of groovy? So no problem. I think we could understand the three examples that we had here, right? So we can use gravy, we can use sugar, yeah. So this is how we mix, this is how we make solutions, essa mistura. And then we go here to the last part, right? Can you see that? So read the subtitle here. Solids can be mixed up with other solids. Wow, interesting, right? Solids, I mean, we are not talking about something liquid anymore. We're talking about solids. They can mix. You can mix them with another solid product. So, let's see how it works. Number one, you can make mixtures of solids like pebbles, pebbles, and sand, or peas and carrots. Okay, again, we have here two examples: pebbles and sand, peas and carrot. Okay, I'm gonna give you for you two of the examples here, okay, which I'm gonna give you the translations of peas and carrots, but I'm gonna ask you to find for me, I'm gonna even change the color. I'm gonna use like a light green, okay, of pebbles and sand. I think sand, it's easier, right? So what is that in Portuguese? Get the meaning of that for me in Portuguese, okay? Pebbles and sand, what is that? Send me that on homework, right? So okay, so carrots, that's easy, right? That's very easy. Carrots in Português, a gente chama isso de cenoura, ok? Carrots, cenoura. Agora, pea, okay? I'm gonna show you a picture of that, okay? And then I'm gonna ask you just to check it out, okay? So, do you know that? Let me see if I have here. Okay. I don't have a good picture of a pea here. Why? Wait a minute. Okay, so look to that. Maybe I don't know. Maybe you see that. So can you see that? This one here. This is a pea, right? And what is the name? What is the name that we give for that? Do you know? I mean, in Portuguese we say ervilhas. Peas são ervilhas in Portuguese, right? So let's go. And now that we know, we can mix, these solid products like pea, carrots, like they are solid, they are not liquid, right? So that is just the explanation that it is also possible to do that. And continuing, okay, and now we have this, let me see here, number two, right? In fact, you can make a mixture of just about anything. I mean, this sentence, in fact, de fato, né? You can make a mixture. É possível fazer uma mistura of just about. Olha essa sentence. Of just about, nós poderemos aí transformar até em praticamente anything. Just about. Então, a gente pode, nesse caso específico, ok? A gente pode traduzir esse just about como em praticamente. Praticamente, ok? Mas lembrando que praticamente aqui é no sentido de praticamente tudo, ok? Em praticamente tudo. Isso é o just about, right? Então, em praticamente anything. Anything aqui a gente trabalha como tudo, hein? Okay, so basically you can mix almost everything that we have, right? So that's it. And number three, empty out your pockets. Pockets, we have pockets, right? Here, bolsos. So empty. When you empty it, you get everything that you have inside of your pocket and you put it away and you put it out, right? So empty means esvaziar, empty, okay? Your pockets, and you will probably find a mixture of sweet wrappers, fluff, and snotty tissues. Wow, we have a lot of new words here. again. So when you empty out your pockets, quando você esvazia os seus bolsos, you will probably find, você provavelmente vai encontrar a mixture of sweet wrappers, fluff, and snotty tissues, right? So, teacher, what is that? Again, we have a lot of new words here. Então vamos lá, mais um homework para vocês, guys, ok? Eu quero isso em português para o teacher. O que é sweet wrappers, fluff, and snotty tissues? What is that in Portuguese? So this word and these words. Please do that for me, okay? Do this research. No problem? So I hope so, right? And if it's everything okay, so check it out that for me. These are all new vocabulary, okay? Tudo isso aqui é new vocabulary. São novos vocabulários, muito importante, então foco nela, okay? So now we have our last reading. I'm gonna read it for you in English. I'm gonna give you some help in Portuguese, and then of course, as we always do, you have to translate it to Portuguese for me, the last part, right? So just follow me. Check it out that. And mixing materials makes all the difference. Mixing materials makes all the difference. Ou seja, misturar os materiais faz toda a diferença. Okay. Solids, liquids, and gases can all be mixed together, which I suppose is pretty obvious if you stop and think about it. Some solids will dissolve when you mix them with liquids. Remember, when you dissolve a solid in a liquid, it doesn't disappear. It is still there. Not all solids dissolve in water. Most are, okay, pronunciation. Let's get that. Insoluble. Again, insoluble. This is the meaning. Most are insoluble. Just as well, really. And if mugs were soluble, and how would I drink my tea? That's a good question, right? If if they were soluble, how would we drink the tea? We wouldn't be able to do that, right? So again, we have these red words: mix it together, obvious, solid, dissolve, liquids, and soluble. Okay, so again, I want this whole sentence here in Portuguese. We have a lot of translations today, right? So what is that? So please, this is homework for you guys, right? I'm gonna read one more time. Just listen to that and pay attention on the pronunciation, just to make it easier for you. So again, the title: mixing materials makes all the difference. Solids, liquids, and gases can all be mixed together, which I suppose is pretty obvious if you stop and think about it. Some solids will dissolve when you mix them with liquids. Remember, when you dissolve a solid in a liquid, it doesn't disappear. It is still there. Not all solids dissolve in water. Most are insoluble. Just as well, really. If mugs were soluble, how would I drink my tea? So that's this part. Okay for you guys? I guess, and I hope actually you were understanding that, right? And oh my, like it's getting like red the color, right? Anyway, I think it's because of the sun outside. And okay, let's move on. Let's continue. Now I'm gonna go to the next page. So just follow me. Okay, so separating mixtures. Okay, we on the last page we learned how to mix them, yeah, to make solution. Now we're gonna separate. That's crazy, right? We're gonna do the opposite. So again, just follow me, and we're gonna learn a lot of new words. We're gonna learn a lot of new pronunciation. So just pay attention on separating mixed up materials can be pretty useful. Good bakers separate the lumps from their flour before they make a cake, and getting the dirt out of drinking water is pretty important too. Wow, we have a lot of important words here. Okay, so separating mixed materials. Okay, the act, right? The action of you separate materials It's very useful. Teacher, I forgot. What is useful? I don't remember what is the meaning of that. So I'm gonna put it here. Útil. Tudo que é útil, okay, é useful, right? So that is the thing. Let me put it. Okay, útil. Is it okay? Let me check. I forgot. I forgot actually how to punctuate that. Oh yeah, it's correct actually. The accent is on you, okay? But you got it, right? So, good bakers. Bakers who teacher, I don't know what is bakers. Bakers, okay. So bakers it's we can say that it's a job title, right? And a baker is a person who bakes cake, bread, like in Brazil we have that normally in the morning we go to this place to buy bread or cakes or any kind of like sweet. So this is a baker. Baker is a person. Yeah, a baker is a person who bakes things, right? I don't wanna give you more words because you have to think of about that, Google that, search that, make note, right? Write the meaning so you will not forget. Okay. And this they separate the lumps from their flour before they make a cake. So we're talking about flour and lumps. Okay. Teacher, I don't know what is lumps. So this is, again, search that by yourself. This is one more homework. Teacher, what is lumps in Portuguese? Get that for me. Okay. Flour, I can help you. Okay, this one here, you can easily translate the flour as farinha. So of course, lump it's gonna be something that it is inside of the flour, right? Because they separate it, right? So search for that. What is lump? This is homework, right? And before they make a cake and getting the dirt, this is another good word. So teacher, what is that? Search that for me. Out of drinking water is pretty important too. Okay, so we have a lot of words to search, right? Dirt, lumps. So what is that? Supposing that we have understood, right? That is everything okay up to here? Let's continue. Choose the right method for your mixture. So how are we gonna do that? How are we gonna mixture? How are we gonna separate? We're gonna learn some methods and ways that we can do. So check. I think everybody knows these ones, right? But anyway, okay, choosing the right method. There are different ways to separate mixtures. Okay, I want to separate. Yeah, I want to put them apart. So how I gonna do that? Number two, how a mixture is separated depends on the materials that it is made up of. Okay, so we have many ways to do that, but the ways that we're gonna apply, it depends on what kind of material they are made of, de que tipo de materiais que eles são feitos, okay? So, let's see, here we have this picture, right? I think you can see that and we have this one here. So let's read everything around it. Let's see if we get understanding, right? So let's begin with this yellow part here, right? We have this one. Okay, so there is this picture and we have the two solids have to be different sizes for new word here. Look at that. Look at that. So let's listen to the pronunciation. Okay, so here it has ing, but the word without ing
sieve
is like this. It's sieve, sieving, right? So to be different sizes for sieving to work. Okay, so teacher, I don't know what is a sieving. So explanation for you. Okay, I have some examples. Can you see that? Sieve. We have that in the picture, right? So these are all sieves, okay? So sieving, of course, is the act that you get and like you try to clean it up. Yeah, you put the flour on that and you make some other products and then you sieve it in a way that it's gonna, how can I say that, purify, right? To make it clear, to make it clean. Okay, so that's the meaning of the thing here. Okay, so sieve, of course, is this thing, is this action, right? Like doing that. So I mean, the solids have to be different sizes for sieving to work, of course. Yeah. The size of the product must be different. Yeah. So you can sieve it. for obvious reason, right? If they are all the same size, I mean, they're gonna go, you will see no difference, right? So, os produtos que são, né, colocados aqui e que você peneira, né? A gente fala em português de peneirar, né? Para poder limpar ele, ele tem que ter um tamanho diferente um do outro, senão tudo cai pelo buraco da peneira. Então, makes no sense, right? So that's the thing. And coming back here, what do we have here? Mixtures of solids are separated by sieving, as I told you, right? By this one here. And the solids, we have these, yeah, we have, it looks like a nut. I don't know what is that exactly, yeah, but these are the things that we have here, okay? And going down here, we have the second part. And a mixture of a solid and a liquid can be separated by filtering. Filtering. So we had two words, sieving and filtering, ok? Sieving, você está peneirando, você usa esse produto aqui, right? Filtering, você está filtrando, você usa alguma coisa para filtrar, alright? So that's why a mixture of a solid and liquid can be separated. How we separate it? By using the filter, right? And we have an example here. Straining pasta is a type of filtration, right? Again, straining, this is how we say, assim que a gente fala que a gente joga para, né, o macarrão aí nessa, let's go, okay, in this little thing. Again, just the word filtration, just for you to listen to.
Filtration.
Yeah, and straining, okay, which we can see the picture here. They are straining the spaghetti, right? Okay, very good. So no problem for you. Teacher, I forgot what is straining. So let's go on. Okay, so that action, right? When you have like this looks like a ball with a lot of like a holes on that, and then you put the spaghetti really hot with water on that, and then you start straining. So in Portuguese, normally we say escorrer o macarrão. Okay, a gente está escorrendo o macarrão, então you are straining the spaghetti, right? So just to make it dry, so you can put some sauce and you can eat it and the way that you prefer, right? So that is the thing here. No problem. So let's continue just a little bit more. And getting back here, and we have the last one under, yeah, which is this one here. Solutions have to be separated by evaporation. Okay, so let's listen to that. Yeah, we have a evaporation. Listen to the pronunciation.
Evaporation.
Evaporation, right? So solutions have to be separated by evaporation. Então, essas misturas, right? Essas aqui, elas têm que ser separadas por evaporação, yeah? So of course we have this way too, right? So we could see here we have one way, we have second way, and we have the third way, right? Here, teacher, o que é evaporation mesmo? Evaporação, quando evapora, né? Ele, por causa da temperatura, sobe, alright? So, did you get it? I hope you are understanding that, okay? So, let's move on. And we have here this final part, right? So, sieving. Separating the big bits from the small bits. Again, sieving. Separating the big bits from the small bits. This pronunciation, bits. São os pequenos, né? Eu sei que, mas fica estranho, né? Small bits, pequeno, ok? Então, quando a gente usa essa palavra bits, esses pequenos bits, são esses pedacinhos, é assim que a gente compreende. Então, separating the big bits from the small bits é como pegando, né, os pedacinhos mais grandes com os pedacinhos mais pequenos. É como se fosse dessa maneira, ok? Uma vez que nós entendemos, então eu vou descer aqui um pouquinho, eu vou mover a minha cabeça aqui para o lado, so you guys can see that in a better way, okay? So follow me on the reading, okay? Let's go. Sieving is when you pass a mixture of solids of different sizes through a mesh. Mesh é o nome que a gente usa ali, né? A peneira, né? O sieving é peneirar. Então, vamos lá, rapidinho, só pra gente voltar aqui, né? Então, if you are sieving, você está peneirando. E o mesh, o produto que você usa ali, right? Sorry. É é a peneira, né? É para ele poder passar ali os produtos. Alright? Sieving and mash. Don't forget that. And getting back. Okay? So, again, sieving is when you pass a mixture of solids of different sizes through a mash. Number 2, the mash stops big bits getting through. So, because the mash, like, yeah, como diz essa how can I say that in Portuguese? Let me think about a word. Ok, like rede, right? Essa rede que tem, né? Esses quadradinhos que a gente vê aqui, ó. Vou fazer um red circle here, like that, right? So, because they have the same size, right? When we are throwing products there, like materials, whatever, yeah, they have the same size. So, if the material that you are sieving, yeah, they have different sizes, of course, the bigger ones, it's gonna stay on the, on the mash, right? On that looks like a natch, and the rest, the smaller ones, they're gonna go through. That's why we say that the mash stops big bits getting through. But the small bits go through the holes, dos buraquinhos, the holes, os buracos da nossa redezinha aí. Alright? Teacher, o que era a rede mesmo? Esse monte de quadradinho aqui. Alright. Okay? No problem. Are you getting that? I hope so. So, going down a little bit, we have this two yellow information. Sieves can remove lumps from floor. Again, sieves can remove lumps from floor. Teacher, I don't remember what is lump. This is a homework. I told you before in the beginning of the lesson to search for that word. So if you haven't already, so search now, okay? And then of course, translate. What is that in Portuguese, right? So homework. Next one, sieving stones from soil. Sieving stones from soil. This is another very, very good word, ok? Sieving, então você está peneirando, né? Você está separando ali os stones, as pedras, das... O quê? Teacher, o que é soil? Nós já vimos essa palavra em lições before, ok? Se você não lembra, faz um search pro teacher e procura para mim. What is soil, teacher? Homework. Ok? So, sieves can remove lumps from floor. Essa frase inteira em português, and here, soil, right? And then here we have a picture, stones and soil. So maybe you have an idea, maybe, right? Analyze it. And then down here below, again, we have soil. This is the soil. So, but what is that, teacher? What is it? Search that for me, okay? No problem. I hope you are getting that. So this is the system. This is how it works, okay? Now, again, I'm gonna read this last part here, okay, in English. As always, I'm gonna give you some Portuguese words, but basically you have to translate it to Portuguese. You have to understand that. That's why it's a lesson. That's why it's a homework, okay? So pay attention to the pronunciation. Sieve through this page and pick out the important bits. Oh, that's good, right? That's good, right? Huh? They made a joke here. Eles fizeram tipo uma pegadinha, né? Sieve through this page, ou seja, né? Peneire, né? Ou seja, faça, né? Procure e faça a separação aqui através dessa página e pick out, e pegue os pedaços importantes. And pick out the important bits, os pedacinhos importantes. So, you've, which is you have, okay? This word here, you've, means you have probably done this sort of thing in the classroom. Maybe you have done that at school. Maybe, I don't know. Sieving something to separate the large bits from the small bits is pretty easy. But sieving a solution is utterly pointless. Again, sieving a solution. Teacher, what was a solution? Solution was a mixture. Is utterly pointless. We have a very, very good new word here. Very, very new word. Utterly pointless. Easy is not a new word. Okay, so this, again, this is homework. Portuguese, this whole sentence. Okay, and why I ask you why, but okay, so sometimes we say, but why I have to translate, teacher? Because by translating, by really understanding that, you will get everything that we have here, right? So, of course, do your best, focus on yeah, do the best as you can here, do all the homeworks that I told you to do, and that's it. Okay, so again, just don't forget, yeah, do this page here, do the translation of this part here. Let me put it here. Okay, and that's it basically. So again, if there is anything, I don't know if there are things or anything that you didn't really understand, you can go back the video lesson. It's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be saved, yeah, on the app too, QFI also, right, and also here on YouTube. So enjoy, do your best, pay attention on that, and of course, if you still have questions, you have my contact, so message me. Okay, have a send a message to me, right? Have a very good day. Thanks for today. Thanks for always. Okay, and of course, see you next time. Big hug and bye bye, guys. Take care.